Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be reviewing new shades for Peripera's Ink Mood Glowy Tint. This is in collaboration with GOONG, which is a translation of Princess Hours, I believe. They have 3 new shades that came out, 37, 38, and 39. And similar to the previous 3 shades, they do have this heart-shaped cap at the top. They also do have a texture upgrade since shade 34. I'm going to be talking more about the texture upgrade as well. I didn't notice too much about it. I'm assuming from shades 34 they're continuing with this new formula. Starting off first, this is 37 Coral Pretty. It's described as being a pink coral color. Very beautiful and soft coral pink color, and again these do have glitter in them. The glitter in this is quite subtle. You sort of have these very small orange and pink glitter. For the gradients, like, it does look more MOBB. This is also a warm tone shade. Overall, for the gradient side, it is going to look more pink with slight coral undertones. It does seem to have a very similar undertone, similar to the promotional picture. I think the promotional picture looks more like the full look. They did mention that they upgraded the texture. Really nice shine overall, especially on different angles of the lips. For the full look, it's a more pigmented coral pink color. Sort of this mauve pink color with coral undertones, and the more they apply, the more bright and vibrant it is going to get. Compared to the promotional picture, it is a lot more mute in person. It is quite vibrant, so it might look rosy under some certain lightings. The glitter is quite subtle. Very beautiful glossy finish. It has a very similar application as previous shades, but once you let it settle and oxidize a bit on the lips, it's going to have this see-through glass-like gloss. Maybe slightly doesn't oxidize as much as previous shades as well for some reason. So it definitely does have a better color control. Let's go ahead with the transfer test. Did transfer a little bit, but you can see it does have a really pigmented stain. So here's a comparison with Coral Pretty at the bottom, Rose Standard, and then Pink Pumpkin. On the chart, it seemed to have a similar muteness as Rose Standard, but Rose Standard doesn't have any coral undertones. Similar muteness, however. And I think it looks the most similar to Pink Pumpkin at the top. Next up, this is 38 Plum Princess. This is a berry shade, and this is described as being a cool plum pink color. As the name says, you have this berry plum fuchsia color. The undertone does look more like a violet purple color. Compared to the promotional picture, it's a lot more purple in person. For the full look, it looks more like an electric, like a fuchsia pink color. And again, the glitter is quite subtle. Feels very moisturizing, and it's not drying at all. Plum Princess is at the bottom. On top of that is Cherry So Wet, and then we have 26, and then we have 26 from the same collection. They all have this fuchsia color to them. A little bit hard to see, but Plum Princess can go slightly darker than Cherry So Wet. And then to 26, very similar undertone and shade. Last but not least, this is shade 39. Imperial Rose, more towards being a warm tone shade. It's described as being a mauve mute rose color. Pretty similar to the promotional picture, you have this semi-mute and mauve rose color. It does have a little bit of like a mauve purple undertone. The rosiness is quite subtle. It's very beautiful, quite flattering. It does look more like a neutral color, a very soft and MLB rosy color. Again, it does have a gel-like formula, but on the lips, once it settles, it kind of has this semi-fixing like formula, so you're not going to be able to move the product much around. And again, for the glitter in this, it is quite subtle. For the full look, it does get a lot more mute. It's not going to be as rosy as I thought it would be because it has more violet purple in it. So yeah, Imperial Rose is at the bottom. On top of that is Berry Grape, and then Mauve Chaos. Mauve Chaos is slightly bit more mute, but overall they do look quite similar in the muteness and shade. Bottom is 29 Hurry Up Pink. Totally has more violet purple undertones, similar stain as well. For my lip combination today, I went in with Karma Mew from Etude Soft Fixing Tint. This is a new product that came out if you saw my review. And then I went with 37 to layer. I layered it on top. After doing the comparison swatches, these do look quite similar to previous shades in the same collection. The 37 and 39 looks the best for my natural beige skin tone. One of the biggest difference that I noticed is the color control. It's a lot easier to control the color. When you apply it on your lips, that's the color that you're going to get. So it's not going to oxidize as much compared to previous shades. You can blend and blur really well, but lots of pigmentation at little dose go a long way. When you apply on your lips, it does take a few seconds for it to oxidize and for the glossy finish to show. It does have a pretty good stain as well. The smell is also the same. So that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.